Tonight on the Story Report, Mayoress criticized for dressing as Lincolnshire sausage. Police say New Jersey man pulled a gun on neighbor for farting. And UFO at the bottom of the Baltic Sea cuts off electrical equipment when divers get within 200 meters. These stories and more up next on the Story Report. Good evening, I'm Ross, and this is the Distort Report. Let's get right to this crap. 2 thieves arrested after accidentally butt-dialing 911 call. Now, let's just listen to see what these 2 dumbasses have to say about this.
Thanks to help, dog. I said, lifted that big compliment. It's 1,000 pounds there in one spot. Yep. That's $2,000.
Shit, slow down, kid. You know, over the fucking turn lane, coming to pull the boat.
Because,
Fuck. Motherfucker. You know when you're under arrest? Yep.
Story goes that 2 men from Lufkin, Texas, their idea to steal copper wiring backfired when one of them pocket dialed. And when out of all the numbers it dials 911. Well, every genius plan they discussed was recorded, and that's when police traced them down and arrested them near a construction site. They were charged of state jail felony theft. Pretty dumb. Principal removed after students eat moose poop on school trip. A Canadian school trip turned to crap when 2 8th grade students were pranked into eating moose droppings. The real crappy part was that the teachers and principal didn't reprimand the chaperone for having the 2 students think it was chocolate-covered almonds. Later, the adult apologized to the student, but not before being misinformed by another staff member telling the students that moose droppings were actually, really they're nutritious for you. And, since only moose eat grass, right? That makes sense. But in reality, all turds carry harmful parasites. The principal was fired. Mayoress criticized for dressing as Lincolnshire sausage. Check that out. Woo! Instead of dressing up in traditional mayoral clothing, this chick right here, her name is Jill Mackinson Sanders. She dressed up, as you can see right here, a giant sausage, and preps to greet the Olympic torch relay team when they ran into her town. Now, she thought it was fun, at first, but then it backfired as citizens thought from a distance it looked like something inappropriate, like a wiener. Residents say it was embarrassing for a mayor, especially to do such a thing. But on the mayor's defense, she says that the relay team wasn't going to make a pit stop in their town anyway. Obese woman's body fat causes Austrian crematorium to burn down. The excessive body fat from the corpse of a 440-pound woman blocked an air filter, causing it to overheat, which then sparked the crematorium to light up in full bloom. Thick insulation created problems for firefighters trying to extinguish the blaze, which was lined on the walls of the crematorium. Now, this hasn't been the first occurrence from a huge fire and a huge situation like this, rather. No siree, Germany and Switzerland also had fires trying to cremate obese people before. So what did Switzerland decide to do? Step ahead of the curve here, people. They decided to build a special crematorium for the obese when they want to be cremated. Yeah, that's nice of them. Police say a Teaneck, New Jersey man pulled a gun on a neighbor for farting. According to police, the culprit right here, his name is Daniel Collins. Seen here had been going through a stinking dispute for some time with his neighbor, and haven't we all? But he confronted his neighbor after passing gas in front of his door. That's when he said, enough is enough, I put my foot down. Told him he was going to light his fire via a revolver. Crazy. He instead didn't shoot his frappy neighbor. He was released after his arrest, but not before, being charged with aggravated assault, possession of a weapon for an unlawful purpose, unlawful possession of a firearm, and making terroristic threats. You stupid idiot. UFO at the bottom of the Baltic Sea cuts off electrical equipment when divers get within 200 meters of it. Now listen to this story. This story has caught some national news media, but some of it. But here at the Story Report, it's caught our interest by a tenfold. So we present you this story. It's an update, and here's the background on it. About a year ago, a satellite scan revealed an unidentified flying object, or an unidentified object that lies beneath the sea of the Baltic near Sweden. To many, it resembles the Millennium Falcon, like from Star Wars, or the Yarrow symbol. Some speculate it's either a volcano forming, a meteor, a sunken ship from maybe over 100 years ago, or it could be just in fact a UFO. Well, which in reality it should be retitled USO because it's an unidentified sea object, not a UFO. Because I've never seen ships flying underneath the sea here. Well, I'm stupid. Let's flash forward now to what's been going on recently, and divers have taken pics of perfectly lined up stones placed on top of the mushroom-formed hill underneath the seabed. That's interesting. Now, as of this week, the diving team noticed anything electronic stopped functioning when they reached within 200 meters of the buried object and would work again when they would sail away from it. Now, there's many theories that are still pondering as to how this, what looks like right here, to be a runway. Well, seen here, how did it form? The world doesn't know just yet, so we will keep you updated on this Millennium Falcon trip here. Woman hit with milkshake loses $2,000. Now, how is that possible? A California woman, mind you, was struck with a milkshake after dumbass teens taking a joyride threw the milkshake at her. That's not nice. In retaliation, what'd she do? What would anybody do? She threw her purse at them, but along also with $2,000 in it, which the purse landed in the vehicle the teens were driving in. So they took off, and in the end, she lost $2,000 and the purse. A police search has placed a warrant on their teens, but with that money achieved, they might already be in Brazil. Goodbye, $2,000. An anti-Jew in the zoo? What? Elmo is kicked out of Central Park Zoo. What? No, we all love Elmo, right?
Have a nice day, guys. Hey, John Gotti says hello, man. Hey, John Gotti says hello. I work for John Gotti. Fuck you, Hindu. I work for John Gotti. Fuck you, Hindu. I work for John Gotti. Fuck you, Hindu. Hey, Elmo, what's your problem, man? Yo, listen, man. I'm not playing with you. Do I look like I'm playing with you, Elmo? Do I look like I'm playing with you? Come over here and start cursing around some kids, man. Do I look like I'm playing with you? I'm not going to say it again.
You know, I don't know what's more embarrassing with this video right here. A loony Elmo or a heart pattern shirt guy upstaging Elmo. You choose. Well, what happens here is it looks like somebody tickled Elmo and his fancy a little too far. A mentally disturbed man, dressed in an Elmo costume, was removed from the New York City Central Park Zoo after spouting anti-Jewish insults to visitors at the zoo. This hasn't been his first run-in with the law in New York back in 2009. In Times Square, he demanded that people give him money to take a pic with him. Ain't he a lovable guy? Well, he said Elmo needs to make a living too, end quote on that one. That's crazy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was tonight's installment of the Distort Report News, but we bring to you zombie shit that's found in print, the Eater's Digest. Let's get right to it. We got a couple of crazy basalt K2 related stories here that makes zombies crap in their pants here. Another zombie-like attack, man eats family dog after police say he ingested synthetic drug K2. Well, this is really interesting, really kind of serious story that we'll present to you on the Distort Report tonight. But enter this douche right here, Michael Daniel, who after assaulting people at his home, then chased a neighbor, and he started barking and growling. The next part is not funny, and I'm being serious here. He grabbed the family dog, beat, strangled, and then ate it to death. He faces a felony charge for animal cruelty. Get out of my face. Okay, this guy right here. He smashes a 77-year-old woman in the head with a shovel, claims he's an alien who could talk to Jesus after getting high on bath salts. Well, pictured here is Robert William Wright screaming, "God loves you all." He said that when that pic was taken. The story goes that a sweet old lady, not on a motorized cart, approached him telling him to stop swinging a shovel at birds outside his apartment complex. Well, he swung the shovel on the lady's head after that. With her knocked unconscious, he then barricaded himself inside his apartment, and a holdup ensued for about an hour. Police entered his apartment with a master key, subdued him, and he ended up on the tabloids like this pic right here. The old lady was treated and is to be okay. Poor old lady. I don't feel sorry for these guys. That's just me personally, but you know, Besides the point here, feeling sorry is not the news covering these awesome stories. So check it out right here, the Distort Report on Facebook. You can find more than just this on your weekly installments of the Distort Report. You can find daily doo-doo. So what other crazy zombie stories coming out next this week? The world may never know. So we'll keep you informed and check it out. Also on the Distort Report, real stupid news.